Welcome to the vlog. I thought this week it might be fun to do a bit of a week of lockdown. It's week 6 of lockdown currently. It is Monday and I woke up and for the third time since lockdown began I decided to go for a run. Just needed to raise my heart rate and work on my cardio because professionally I need to get back on a bike when lockdown's over and teach classes, and I need to be fit for that, but also it's just good to raise your heart rate sometimes. Decided I would run to St. Paul's Cathedral, and I've very much been doing a run walk because I find running really difficult, so I'll just take it at my own pace, do a run walk. But yeah, pretty cool, huh? It is so crazy how quiet it is because this is such a famous landmark in London that there usually be so many tourists, so many people going to work, to meetings, and it's Monday morning and it's dead in the city. So I'm gonna try and run back. I'm not even measuring my distance, but I think it's like roughly 5k. So yeah, I'm gonna run across Millennium Bridge and then back along the Thames. Pretty cool view of London. Right, I need to get back home. So it's Tuesday, I've just got done teaching my bodyweight workout. I've actually, a bit of self-promotion, I've been teaching the workouts from my book, just the bodyweight workouts, in the Facebook group, the Train Happy Facebook group. So every Tuesday I do a bodyweight workout and every Thursday I do a dumbbell workout. The dumbbell workouts I'm writing myself, they're not the ones in the book, but the bodyweight workouts, should I say, have just been taken from the book. So on week 6 now, and it's hard. I wrote quite hard workouts. I think they're not too difficult in terms of when I'm teaching, I'm trying to give as many options as possible. So we kind of have, for example, we did a squat jump variation today. So we did a 180-degree squat jump. Then we had like option 2 was a normal squat jump. Option 3 was a no jumping option, which I'm not going to demonstrate now. So obviously with my job, I normally teach 2 spin classes every week. And so since lockdown, having these 2 sessions where I'm teaching, but I'm also doing the workout as well, has really kind of helped anchor my weeks in terms of me having exercise that I want to do. And I always feel really good for it. And obviously that's because it is part of my job. But maybe because I think there's a common misconception, sorry, my thoughts are all over the place. There is a misconception that intuitive fitness is like, just do whatever you want, however much you want, of whatever you want. And yes, there is an element of truth within that, but it's not to say that you're not allowed a bit of structure. You are. You're totally allowed structure, but it's all about the intention you come to that structure with. So for me, getting to teach workouts like I normally would, whether it's my spin classes or now it's my home workouts, just gives me an opportunity to move, to use my energy. It's not exactly the same as if I would be doing the workout myself because obviously I'm teaching, but I'm moving my body. For me, it raises my heart rate. It gets me moving, it gets me sweaty because I just sweat. And it makes me feel really good. So having those things, like I said, just consistently have been really good. So I kind of am grateful to having those 2 things. So maybe if you've been looking for some sort of maybe it's one thing you do a week, there's so many classes. So whether it's joining the Train Happy Facebook group and doing the workouts with me twice a week, I should add, I'm leaving the workouts up there so that they can be done at any time. So they're saved within the group forever, so I can show you. So here's the Train Happy Facebook page. That is last week's bodyweight workout. That is this week's bodyweight workout. And they're all in there and you can see people's posts and all the different workouts for you to try. So if you want to join, I'll add a link in the info box. But yes, as I was trying to say, if you need to have whether it's joining my classes or finding something on Instagram Live or Facebook, I know like whatever it is, whether there's a dance class you want to do and you just make sure, even if it's like once a week, you just do that dance class, it might just help give you that little bit of like that anchor point within your week where you get to make time for yourself. Because when the biggest thing about intuitive exercise is the intention, and the intention for me and for when I'm teaching and when I'm moving my body is to make me feel good, to look after my body, to look after my mind, and like not stressing about my weight, not stressing about what I look like, just focusing on feeling good, getting endorphins, and making time for myself. It's self-care, not self-punishment. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye until tomorrow.
Oh, easy, son. Easy, go. Keep your head on.
I thought I'd catch you in your natural habitat.
Hey.
This is for my vlog.
Oh, great. I'm doing this sing along, okay?
Well, everyone wants to know how you're getting on in lockdown.
Oh, God. You try living with the messiest person in the UK.
Well, I'm not that bad.
You can trash a room in under 3 seconds.
That is absolutely true. That is absolutely
If there's an
true.
Olympic sport for trashing a room, you've won it, girl.
Yeah.
But luckily I'm super fast at cleaning them up. That's what it is.
I've actually done more cleaning than I ever anticipated. Have you been quite proud of me?
Yeah, no, in fairness, you have learnt to hoover. That is pretty good.
Hoover, steam mop,
30 years
clean the
old this
bathroom.
year, learn how to
Learn
how to hoover. That's
I've hoovered before, it's not as regularly as I do now. I just take it more seriously.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
No. Anyway, I thought I'm going to bombard you later in the week and to ask you some questions because people have some questions for you, but not tonight because you want to chill tonight, don't you?
I want to watch James Bond.
I know. Oh, and when people were wondering what mess he was on about, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's stuff. Yeah. It's not that bad, is it? It's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be worse. So it is Wednesday night and at 9:30 and I'm making my sister's birthday cake for tomorrow. So just gonna grab the things I need. Today has been a rest day. I've worn activewear all day. I went to the supermarket, which is like 250 meters away from where we live, and then I did my little bit of food shop because I needed baking supplies because I'm making my sister's birthday cake. I'm making my sister a childhood favorite. It's my grandma's recipe. It's called Moist Chocolate Cake and it's from a really old school baking book, and my grandma used to always make it when we were kids. Sorry. I don't have any self-raising flour because it's so hard to get hold of anything. So the only thing I already had in my cupboard was plain flour. Not ideal, but we work with what we have. I did ask for some questions on Instagram and I said I'd try and answer them like in this vlog. So I'm gonna try and like just answer them throughout the week as stuff comes up. But one of the questions I just checked and it's like, are you baking? It's a big thing in the US right now. And this is the second thing I've baked. I baked a banana bread because everyone's baking banana bread. But I also genuinely love banana bread. And I did the Zoe Sugg recipe, the Zoella recipe that she posted. But I actually think it's a Mary Berry recipe. But it was very good. Yeah, so maybe I could use this opportunity to talk about food a bit, because whilst I'm making food, we can talk about how intuitive eating has been working out for me in lockdown. So if you don't know, I practice intuitive eating, and if you've read my book, well, I've really messed up with the flour packet. If you've read my book, there's an intro to intuitive eating in there, and it's something I feel really strongly about. It's massively helped me feel cool around food. Like, I was very highly stressed and highly strung around food and had so many rules and so many restrictions and fears about things, and it's just helped me chill out. And so actually a lot of the tools I learned from intuitive eating I obviously apply to exercise as well, but it's helped me apply it to just this whole situation of lockdown. And because it's all about listening to your body, and it's the whole process is about building trust up with yourself. Yes, so you make the right decisions about food, but also that element of trust that you learn through intuitive eating, you also apply to other aspects of your life. Right, I haven't got very far. I need to get 3.5 ounces of flour. Generally with food, we've been having HelloFresh meals, which I feel, by the way, because I've got plain flour, I'm adding baking powder. Fingers crossed this works. Grandma said she thought it would be okay if I added like half a teaspoon. I'm adding quite a generous teaspoon. Probably a bit more, probably going to be a bit fluffy, but I just don't want to chance it. So we've been doing like lots of HelloFresh meals, which you have to like book in advance. So like kind of know what meals I've had, and like thank goodness, because the headspace for shopping right now is just not the one. 8 ounces of sugar. And yeah, like all in all, I think I haven't freaked out about food, because I realized that the reason I freaked out about food is because it was a coping mechanism for me when I was freaking out about life. So like when actual issues were going on in my life, whether that be difficult situations, I was stressed out about like my job or like other things, like I immediately, my default setting would be, oh, I'm gonna freak out about food, I'm gonna freak out about exercise, I must look a certain way, I must weigh a certain amount, because if those things are in control, I'm gonna be fine. But actually, I've learned to deal with that, and that's something I do in therapy. Now I have therapy tomorrow, and I thought I'd vlog. I'm not going to vlog therapy. I have boundaries. I'm not going to vlog therapy. But what I am going to do is I thought it would be a really good opportunity to maybe just chat about therapy a bit as well. So yeah, I haven't leaned hard on food stuff, like in the sense of I haven't felt like the need to restrict. I think a lot of what intuitive eating has taught me is that when you kind of say like all food is good, no food's off limits, and I'm in a very, very fortunate position where, you know, we're not lacking availability to food, we're not lacking, we're able to buy food when we want it, we're able to get what we want, so we're in a very privileged position. It means it's like, I know it's there, I know that if I'm hungry I can have whatever food I want, and so the scarcity mindset goes, the mindset of like, oh my goodness, I could not have any food in a second, or you know, this could all be over. Like, I think when you have a lot of rules around food, you start, when you've restricted stuff maybe pre-lockdown, and in lockdown you're like, well, I can eat all the chocolate I want, and once lockdown's over I'm going to stop eating chocolate. So during lockdown you obviously eat all the chocolate you can get your hands on, because I know chocolate is always going to be there. Yeah, I've been loving chocolate but I haven't only been eating chocolate. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm explaining this well. I'm trying to this is a very casual chat about intuitive eating, but I thought, as I'm baking a cake and trying to do 2 things at once, this is about as much as we're getting. So it's actually now Wednesday, and I just got done with therapy. I am wearing the same hoodie, that's why you might be confused. But I just got done with therapy. So a couple of questions about therapy, and I need to decorate my sister's cake, so we're just going to simultaneously do a couple of things here. So the cake, by the way, it's like a tray bake, kind of like a cross between a cake and a brownie. Which is amazing. I'm just going to put white chocolate butters. I stupidly bought mixed bags. I don't know why. And I'm going to just put, my sister's 32. So I'm just going to put a 3 and a 2 on there because I don't have much space to write anything. Like I was thinking of doing Lydia because that's her name. I don't think I've got space. So therapy was good today. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a mess. But it was good because sometimes I often go into therapy thinking I've got nothing to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to say. And so I've seen a couple of people told me about a few techniques of like, you literally just kind of go through like what's been going on in your week. And then sometimes when stuff happens during the week, I'm like, oh, I want to discuss this in therapy. Like I wanted to discuss my dreams in therapy. Because I don't know about you, but I've just been having crazy dreams in lockdown. And I just wanted to bring that up. So we kind of started there, ended up in a totally different place. That's what I love about therapy. You start on one thing and you never know where the session's going to finish. Well, for me anyway. I ended up talking about something I never expected to talk about, and I also didn't realise that I needed to talk about this thing. And that's what I love about therapy is that, yeah, I've had trauma in my life. One of the big things I wanted to discuss in therapy was the death of my dad and how I cope with that or haven't coped with that. And that's the kind of one of the key things I came to work on. But I've been doing this since September now. It's now April. And yeah, there's just loads of other little bits in my life. Like sometimes you think it's like that one event that you need to discuss, but actually it's like you join the dots throughout your whole life and you realise so many things about yourself and what's important to you and why you feel the way you do about certain things. And yeah, it's just like helping me join the dots together about me as a human. And that's why I think everyone should be in therapy. I don't think therapy is just designated for people who've been through tough stuff or have like a mental illness. Like therapy should be for everyone across the spectrum, and there's a form of therapy for everyone. I really believe that. And the thing that sucks is that it feels very inaccessible because it can be expensive. And in the UK, you are able to access some therapies through the NHS, but I know there are waiting lists, and I get a lot of questions about how do I find a therapist, all this kind of stuff, and I do not know all the answers. Like I just don't know all the answers. I found my therapist by asking a friend who was a therapist who they recommended, and I know not everyone has that luxury. So like I asked her what she thought the type of therapy I would benefit from and who she recommends, and that's how I ended up with my therapist. But yeah, I'm a big believer in therapy. Kind of wish I came to it sooner, to be honest. It's something I kind of believed in but never actually did myself, and yeah, now I've done it myself. I'm like, everyone needs to be in therapy. I'm a massive advocate of it. Like it's not about just dealing with the past, it's about prevention and giving you tools and techniques and a greater understanding of yourself so you know how to navigate and communicate in future situations, and also understand your emotions and your feelings and communicate how you feel in future situations. So let's decorate this cake because that was a little detail, but I just wanted to address therapy in this video just quickly. Microwaving chocolate is a bad idea, but we're doing it. Thursdays are also my teaching my dumbbell workout on my Facebook group day. So I'm just gonna literally decorate this cake, then I'm gonna prep for my, the dumbbell workout, and then that's what I'm doing today. Oh, and then later on, I'm gonna take you to drive by my sister's house. And we're going to drop off this cake and sing a happy birthday. So I'm excited for that. So I just got done teaching my workout. All the mess behind me I need to sort out. And I just kind of chatted about this on Instagram stories. So you might have already seen this, but I was chatting about my ego and how I used to work out from a place of ego. Like, especially as a personal trainer, there's so much pressure to be the fittest one in the room, the strongest one in the room, to be able to be capable of all types of workouts. And I felt so much pressure to be that way. And if you're a personal trainer watching, you felt the pressure as well. And a huge part of me transitioning to a place of exercising from a place of intuition has been to like stop listening to my ego when I'm working out. So when I was listening to my ego before, I would always do the workouts that I thought I should do. I would push myself in a way that I thought would impress other people. I worked out to show people on Instagram. You know, a big thing of my ego was having to share my workouts on Instagram. If you've noticed, I don't really post when I work out on Instagram, hardly ever. And I used to do it all the time because I'm not working out for external approval. My ego isn't working out to be liked, to be validated. I now work out for myself to feel good. So in today's workout, I was teaching and we had to do, and I'll try and find the clip actually. And we were doing this lunge combination and it was really difficult, and I selected a heavier weight, and I decided on the next round I would drop to a lighter weight. And whilst I was teaching, whereas, you know, if you asked me to do that a couple of years ago, I would have just struggled through with my heavier weight, especially whilst teaching, because I thought everyone had this belief that like I should be able to do everything and I'm superhuman. Anyway, those are my thoughts about today's session. A lot of it was about ego and about, yeah, letting the ego, like leaving the ego at the door. And when you're working out, just listening to your body, your mind. What does your body need? What does your mind need? What feels good in your body? Where's your energy at? Do you want to push yourself today, or is it about focusing on technique today, or slowing down and just being present and moving? So those are some thoughts. And yeah, I hope they made sense. But let me know in the comments below if you've ever felt pressure to work out, to like almost not, I think it sounds a bit harsh to say to show off to other people, but deep down it's about proving yourself to other people rather than just doing it for you. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts.
Happy birthday, dear Lydia. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, I get to blow it out.
Yeah?
Do you want me to blow it out, or do you want to eat some?
You can cut me a slice.
Yeah, but I won't blow on the... I'll pick the candles up and blow them.
Okay, good idea.
Wishes! Thank you! Oh, this is so cute! You made me cake! You're the most adorable. Right, hang on. I'm gonna go in it. Take a little picture of it myself. Oh, a little picture of you. A little picture of this bad boy.
And then when I left, it was absolutely tipping it down. I was like, no.
You can stop filming me now.
Well, happy birthday. This is my big sister, because this is going to be on my YouTube video.
Okay, great. Hi. And you've got me post-walk. I was out for a walk when it was tipping it down with rain.
Oh, well, good timing.
So all of my clothes are actually currently drying on the radiator because I was completely soaking wet.
Thank you.
I can't reach. I'm going to have this piece.
I'm now sat on an old garden chair of my grandma's, and this is grandma's chocolate cake.
Hello.
Hi.
The cake. Oh, look at you. Isn't it nice? Very nice.
So it is Saturday. Yesterday, we had a really late night on Thursday night. My sister had a virtual Zoom birthday party. We weren't drinking or anything. We just stayed up late, and it was just ended up going to bed late. And then that just knocks me for 6. If I go to bed even 1 hour late, 2 hour late, I am like a zombie the next day. I really value sleep, and I really value like my regular sleep cycle. Anyway, that's another vlog for another day. Maybe we can do something about that. But it's Saturday, and we just had some like brunch. I am gonna do a bit of cleaning. What are you doing, Jack? What's been your new hobby that you found in lockdown? How are you coping with lockdown?
I've decided to learn a new skill,
Yeah.
actually, which is important, I think, at a time like this.
Yeah. What skill's that?
Well, I don't think it matters what the skill is. I think it's more important about the fact that I'm learning a new skill.
Yeah. It's poker. It is poker. So if anyone wants to know how there's questions about how you were coping.
Yeah, I'm basically teaching myself how to play poker.
And you're not too bad.
I'm getting there, yeah.
You're getting there.
I am soon to sack off my job after this and become a professional poker player.
I kind of have a little system where I like to clean. We have 2 bathrooms, which is very cool. I like to clean the new bathroom because I have a set way of how I like to do it. I let Jack do our one and clean like other bits. He like did our bed and our bedroom and stuff, but I like to clean and hoover, and I bought a steam mop. Like a few weeks into lockdown, we bought a steam mop to specifically clean the new bathroom because it had special tiles and I wanted to keep them nice and shiny. So yeah, and we have a load of Zoom calls all day with family and friends all day, so all afternoon and evening. So I suppose I'm not formally working out, but I noticed that when I'm cleaning and scrubbing and all those things, like it's moving my body. And I really enjoy it. I'm going to put a podcast in, probably a Brené Brown podcast. She's got a new podcast, Unlocking Us, obsessed. Listen to the Glennon Doyle episode, listen to that, go listen to that. And then yeah, so that's what I do. I listen to my podcast with my AirPods in, and I clean most Saturdays. It's kind of become a bit of a part of our routine. I never thought that would be part of my routine. I am not a natural cleaner. It's like my least favorite thing to do, but for some reason in lockdown it's become quite like a nice thing to do on a Saturday. I don't know why, but it just feels like, yeah, I suppose working at home, the flat gets in such a mess during the week, and then it's like Saturday morning, get it all sorted so that then we can relax for the rest of the weekend. So that's the plan so far. Good morning. It's still technically morning. It's like 11:30 on a Sunday. Had a very chilled out Sunday morning. I've just been having a lazy morning, but I thought I really want to do a bit of Pilates. I've done Pilates a couple of times during this kind of lockdown, and it's just like I want to do something for me. By the way, can you tell I just whacked my hair up and I really need to wash it. I really need to wash my hair. The baby hairs are got a life of their own. So I really want to do something for me, and I really enjoy doing Pilates. And like when, you know, pre-lockdown, I did enjoy the going to reformer Pilates classes when I could. I find it's a really nice mix of stretching and resistance, and generally there's like no sets and reps with Pilates, and that's why I like it, because you know, I come from a sets and reps brain as a personal trainer. That's how I coach people. That's how I train myself when I'm doing more weight-based workouts. But Pilates often just like flows, and you're just like, and then we do the next thing, and then the next thing, and then we'll do it on the other side. And I find that structure where you kind of don't know what's going to happen really great for me, to like just be in my body, just go with the flow, and not, you know, be pressuring myself to like do a certain amount of reps. Or it just feels really nice, and there's like no strict timing. It's just a lot more relaxed. So that's what I prefer. Pilates session in general is that it forces me to really slow down. Everything's slow and controlled, and I think about my muscles in a way that I never do doing anything else, because it really forces you to think about what muscles you're engaging. I feel really present in my body. Yeah, I used to be such a Pilates snob because, you know, I used to think that exercise was just about only like changing the way I look, and I didn't think it like burned enough calories, and I didn't think it made me sweat enough, and I didn't think it was like a real workout, because I had so many notions of what a real workout was. But it's awesome, and I really enjoyed that. And I think now, so that was like my kind of like connect with my body, feel my muscles, particularly my glutes and my core. And now I'm gonna do a TikTok dance because Jack's on a bike ride right now. So I've got the flat to myself. Whilst I'm still on my workout stuff, I haven't learned a TikTok dance this week, which is highly unlike me. Every week during lockdown, I've learned a TikTok dance. And today we have like no plans. So that's next up. That's what I fancy doing. I was like slow and controlled and I feel chill and now I want to move. Now I want to move. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting the dance. I've been going, so you learn it in half time, then you go full time, and then you just run it and run it and run it until you get it good. And I honestly love it. I feel like I'm in my own little dance class in my living room, and I went to drama school if you didn't know. And yeah, I loved it. The hair is getting even more out of control, but that's a sign that you're doing the head movements correctly, you know? Right, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. We're almost there. I will probably do this like 50 times because I love it. And it's like when you do dance classes and they're like, and again, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I love it. And I love feeling like I'm performing it more every time. That's my favourite. And then you just really enjoy it. So I don't want it to be over. Okay. And that is the end of the vlog. Thank you so much. I said I was going to answer more questions that you guys sent on Instagram, but I think I'm going to rope Jack into another video. And we'll answer like more questions in the next one because this got kind of long. So really hope you enjoy it. I very much enjoy being back on YouTube in general. Please subscribe for more videos. I'll be uploading weekly podcasts, as well as hopefully trying to do a vlog. Won't promise every week, but as often as I can. All right, bye everyone. Thank you for watching.